everyone, it's Missy here. Thank you so much for joining me. So in today's video, week 1 recap. I don't know what else to call this. Maybe I'll call it something else and it'll be in the description and the title of this video. But if you're new here, new to my channel, I recently rebooted keto starting August 1st. I've basically spent the last 8 months of my life wallowing in self-pity, wallowing in just the trauma that was a phone call from my neurologist at the end of the year saying that what she diagnosed me with 5 years ago I no longer have, and I've been mistreated and like mistreated with the wrong medicine, etc. And I've spent I spent like all the way through May trying to find out what's going on, and I've kind of just put that on pause because I mentally just cannot handle it anymore. But one thing that I had done is just basically allowed myself to emotionally eat for the last 8 months, and that's just not good for me. I've been a type 2 diabetic since 2006, and I basically have to eat some sort of lower carb way of eating. I had considered doing more of an anti-inflammatory diet, but I decided that keto is what I know. Keto is what I've been successful with. It's kind of a elimination diet, and we would just go with what I knew so I wouldn't be stressed and have anxiety, and that's what I've done. So I've called it my keto reboot. I've been posting full day of eating vlogs starting, I think my first one probably went up on Tuesday. I honestly don't remember. I have the memory of a gnat these days. Brain fog is real. So anyway, I thought I would take Mondays to kind of recap the week before, talk about what my goal is for the next week, go over the blood sugar, go over the weight, etc. And yeah, so week 1 was successful to me. If you've been watching, you saw like for most days, I was eating 1 meal a day. One thing I've said is that I wanted to be intentional with my eating. I wanted to make sure that I was eating intuitively and not just eating when I wanted to. I also mentioned that there are times where this medication, I'm on Wegovy. As of now, it's only approved as a weight loss drug, but it's basically the sister drug to Ozempic, which is approved for type 2 diabetes. And it is just at a higher dosage. So I have been on that now for almost a year, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's changed my sense of smell. It's changed my sense of taste. One day last week, I made scallops, which I've always loved, and I couldn't eat it. Couldn't do it. I haven't been able to eat like a ribeye. I can eat the fat, but I can't eat the literal meat. So my taste buds are just all over the place, and I hate it. And I also hate it because it literally makes me sick. I had a day last week where I was just like, oh my God, it was awful. I am feeling better. Someone mentioned maybe it's because of the fat. That has something, like when that happens, it's like in and out. It just went in and it comes right back out. So I don't know if they're related. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so when I started on Monday morning, my fasting blood sugar was 299, and I knew it would be close to being that high because I had like some bad food over the weekend, because I told Rob, I was like, this is it. I want to eat what I want to eat and then be ready to start on August 1st. And that's what I did. As I progressed in the week, my blood sugar started getting lower and lower. And I want to say the lowest it got was like what was it the other day? Brain. Hold please. I think it got down to like 102 on Saturday. It was like way low. I got to 131 like midnight Saturday morning, and then Saturday evening, I want to say we got like way down 108, and that's the lowest it's been in forever. I mean, that's even lower than it was when I did my 21-day fast. So it came down. Per usual, my numbers are higher in the morning, and that's true. It's been true every day for the last 8 days now. This morning, I want to say it was like 2 something, or 195 when I woke up. It was 180 something later, and right now I am sitting at 191. So it's kind of been up and down today. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I didn't sleep well last night. So your blood, if you're not diabetic, you're probably going, what is she talking about? Your glucose levels can literally be affected by anything. Stress. Maybe you didn't sleep correctly. Maybe you slept too much. Maybe you haven't had anything to eat. It literally can be anything. And trying to decipher it can be a pain in the ass. But all of that to say, they're moving in the right direction. And today, I am filming a full day of eating today. All I've had is a cold brew. I went and got my nails done. I'm filming this like at 2 and I still haven't had any food to eat. So the blood sugars are coming down. And I said it would probably be Thursday or Friday before we made it under 200. I was just about right. I think it'll be at least another week before my fasting numbers are more like in the 160s to 150s. But who knows? I have been dealing with sinus issues for the past several weeks, so I'm taking medication, which may also be why it's a little bit higher in the mornings, because the medication may have something in it. So yeah, and then the last 2 days I've had Lily's chocolate. I was doing such a really, like I didn't have any cravings last week except for on Thursday. I was really craving like meat and cheese, like some smoked sausage, some smoked cheese. So Rob ran to Walmart and got like a smoked summer sausage, and then he got me some smoked Gouda and some macadamia nuts. Like that's what I was craving. I wasn't craving any kind of sweets or anything like that until this weekend. And I think maybe that has to do with the fact that I had Diet Pepsi. There's probably a correlation between artificial sweeteners and that. I have been having a cold brew coffee every morning. I made some at home. I'll try to remember to link what I used in the description box down below. It's not an affiliate link. I don't do affiliate links any longer. But it's basically like a mason jar with a handle and a filter in it. And it's actually really, really good. I mentioned that when we went to New England last year, I got so accustomed to having Dunkin' Donuts every day. So coming back home and having iced coffee from Starbucks was just not great, because it always tasted burned. Like burned. And burned coffee to me smells like cigarettes. And I hate that smell. I grew up with it. I hate it. Can't handle it. So one day I was like, you know what? Let me just try this cold brew, because Emily D. Baker talks about it all the time. And I got it and it's so good. It's so good, in fact. And I just get it with heavy cream that I could drink it without sweetener, but I don't. But I used the whole blend, which I believe is a stevia monk fruit sweetener. Don't quote me. I could be wrong. So anyway, I felt like me eating last week was really on point. I only ate when I was hungry. I didn't eat anything that I felt was inappropriate. I did have meatballs one day, but I have said before that I'm doing mostly lazy keto, and this is not a how-to on how to do keto. This is just me trying to get back into the habit of eating lower carb, and this is the easiest way for me to feel like I've done that. I did discover that I love macadamia nuts with smoked cheese. It was good with smoked Gouda, but I had Rob pick up some Applewood smoke cheddar this weekend, and oh my god, the two of them together is so flippin' good. It's so good. But I've been eating that like as a meal. I haven't been snacking. There have been days where I've eaten one meal, and there have been days when I've eaten 3 or 4 times. And I mentioned that I'm eating when I feel like I'm hungry and not when I'm not. So the blood sugars are coming down. I have an app called Clarity, and it gives you up to a 90-day average. So for my 90-day average, my average glucose was, you know what, I'll take a screenshot so I can throw it up, 247. And I only had blood sugars that were 12% in range. In range is 70 to 180. For my 30-day, my average glucose was 263 with 13% in range, and it shows my A1C to be 9.6, which is a whole 1.1 over what it was in May when I saw my endocrinologist. My 14 days a little bit better. I had 21% in range when my average glucose is 256, and the A1C came down to 9.4. 7 days, so as of last Monday, my average glucose is 191, and I've been in range 46% of the time. And then my 2-day average, hold on, I forgot to screenshot that. My 2-day average has 168 with 80% in range. So the numbers are definitely coming down. I get angry at myself for allowing the last 8 months to happen, but at the same time, I'm like, it's happened, it's done. I'm, on the way onward and upward. Like I used onward a few years ago as my word of the year. It's done. I've done, it's in the past, and now we're moving forward. So I mentioned that I am weighing in weekly, but it's not the main focus. These blood sugar numbers are the main focus. But last week I weighed in at 356, and this morning I weighed in at 347, 349. So I am down 7 pounds. Yeah, 7 pounds. Like, wait a minute, math. 7 pounds. So that's actually not too bad. I actually was down 7 pounds by Wednesday of last week or Thursday of last week. And I just weighed just because I was just curious. I did wake up with some swelling today. That is one thing that I have been dealing with, which was another reason why I couldn't sleep last night. I don't think I continued telling that story. I felt like I was up every 15 minutes. Like I felt like I was waking up every 15 minutes. And I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what it felt like. And then I remember waking up at least once because my hands were killing me. And that's not something that's ever happened before. So, and they're kind of, you can't tell, but I can tell. And I don't know if you can see the veins. Like, I don't know what that is, but sometimes I can see the veins really well. Sometimes they're like blue tinged and I can see the veins a lot. It's not Rainier's. Is that the one that causes you to have really cold fingers and stuff? Anyway, so I am dealing with some swelling. I think if I didn't have this inflammation in my hands, I would probably be closer down 10 pounds than just 7 pounds. But at the end of the day, 7 pounds gets me closer to my goal. And now instead of being 57 pounds away from my goal, I'm just 50 pounds away from my goal, which is to be 299 by the end of the year. Hopefully it happens. But again, I am more concerned about this blood sugar. So that's week 1. Week 1 done, week 1 in the books. My goal for this week is just to keep on keeping on. I need to eat, I have some fresh veggies that I didn't eat last week that we bought last weekend. I need to cook up and eat those this week. I have a couple more of the Philly steak bowls I made, which is literally just, I dice up some lunch meat, roast beef lunch meat. You cook it in a dry pan until it lets out all the water. Then I sauteed my veggies, onions, mushrooms, and bell peppers, and butter and olive oil, and then mixed it all together. And I heat it up. You can add cheese if you want to. I don't normally do, but it's really good. And it's quick and it's easy. And I know lunch meat isn't the best for you, but at some days I'm just going to have to go with convenience because of my inability to do something some days. I mean, like today, my arms and my hands were just like, oh my God, I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to bathe myself today, which I hate admitting, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like you get to a point where I was talking to a friend of mine. She was like, I felt so selfish because I stayed at home because I just couldn't do it. And I was like, it's not selfishness to take care of yourself. At the end of the day, I have to take care of me. I can only do what I can do. And I feel like I've worked really hard to get away from that, feeling like a burden, feeling like I'm worthless when I can't do something, and just asking for help if I need to. Am I perfect? No. No, I'm not. But at the end of the day, I can only do what I can do. And if that means I need help, then I need help. So yeah. But my goal for week 2, I'm not setting a weight loss goal. I would like to see my fasting blood sugar at least in the 160s. We'll see if we get there. Again, I'm taking that sinus medicine, which may be causing it to be elevated. And I've been waking up like 8:30, 9 o'clock, which may also be causing it to be elevated. And yeah, so I think after another week, I should be closer to being in ketosis. I will probably check my ketones maybe day 14, day 15, and we'll see what we're doing. Again, I am not fasting intentionally. I'm just trying to eat when I'm hungry and don't when I'm not. So yeah. Hopefully this wasn't a rambly mess. I feel like it probably was a little bit of a rambly mess, but welcome to my brain. This is my brain. This is my brain. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you to all of you who have been watching the vlogs, leaving comments, cheering me on. I really do appreciate you. I know this channel has kind of been up and down the last few years. I mean, it's basically mimicked my real life. I've been up and down and, you know, dealt with depression and dealt with anxiety and dealt with just not wanting to do anything and then feeling better. And, you know, I'm on this journey and then getting off the journey. But this time I feel like I'm going to stick with it. There's no want to. I'm going to stick with it. Especially since I see the new doctor in October. I did have a message on my phone today that I could have made an earlier appointment, but I missed out on it. I don't know that I want to. I have one more. I need to get an ultrasound this month, and then I have one more appointment with my current endocrinologist before I see the new internal medicine doctor in October. So I think I want to go ahead and keep it then, and we'll just see how it goes. Unless they can get me in the first week of September when Rob is on vacation. He is doing a staycation, so we're just gonna get some stuff done around the house, etc. But anyway, and I have an infusion that week, and it just made sense for him to take off because normally I Uber there, and then he comes and picks me up. So yeah. But anyway, that's it. Sorry. Anyway, that's it. This is going up today. I'm trying to have everything go live like at 6 p.m. That gives me plenty of time during the day to edit the video before, like the day before's video. And it's just easier on me. If you guys, I mean, I can change that if we need to, but yeah, I just feel like it works for me, and I want to do what works for me right now. Yeah. So goal for week 2 is to get my blood sugar even lower. I would really like to start seeing numbers lower than 160 even throughout the day. What else? Keep on keeping on. It would be cool if I could get, you know, around 345 next week's weigh-in, even lower than that. I really want to get some of this inflammation off, and I know that will help as well with the weight. But yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're interested in following along, please don't forget to subscribe. You can follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Home with Misty there as well. I haven't been posting there very often. I'm trying to be better about it. If you're interested in makeup or want to watch me throw makeup on my face sometimes, I do have a channel called Misty, and that's where I share my makeup stuff. And then I have the Jolly Fed Office where I share card making. I've already made 48 Christmas cards. I'm kicking butt and taking names. So anyway, guys, thank you again so much for all your support. And I will see you tomorrow for another video. Bye for now.